fashion of the 90s. Now that's a trend we'd all like to forget about. Although, some of those trends from the 90s are coming back in. We're going to start off by talking about women's clothing. Women wore very baggy shirts, very colorful, vivid shirts. They also wore these things that were like a one-piece jumpsuit. Had the little straps, you'd wear like a long shirt underneath it, and they had these little elastic straps that would go under your heel, then you put your shoe back on. Also, their pants, they would be stone-washed. Some of them would tight roll, or some of them would wear tapered legs, which tapered legs are what we call now our skinny jeans. Women would also wear Doc Marten boots, or even the Doc Marten low tops, with overalls or shorts or dresses. They would wear the fitted dresses here, and they kind of got tied around the belly line, and they kind of flowed out some. Spandex and bike shorts were also big in the 90s. Women wore those under everything. It was the big rave for women then. Also, another popular shoe was the Birkenstock. Birkenstock is a sandal. It was worn by men and women, children and teens, year-round. They wore them with socks or no socks, but they wore them year-round. Now I'm going to jump on to talking about men's clothing. Men wore overalls. I know you guys think overalls, well, that's for farmers. Well, not in the 90s. Whether you're a farmer or not, they wore their overalls. Some of them were stonewashed, some of them were dark. They would wear them with one of the straps undone, hanging down, or they would wear them with both, and it would leave just a pocket hanging here. They also wore what we call skids pants, which was what you guys know as MC Hammer pants. They're very bright. They're kind of tied up here, and they get a little looser at the bottom. They also wore in the summer what they call, it's a brand called Jams, and they're shorts. They have all kinds of different patterns. They're very, very colorful, very colorful. Also, the hairstyles for men. What they call the mullet. There was a lot of popular haircuts, but the mullet was one that really stood out to a lot of people, and you guys may know it as being referred to as business in the front, party in the back. That was really big in the 90s. As far as kids' clothing, they wore hip-hop style clothing, the baggy pants. Some of them would even sag a little bit, and they would wear a little belt. They wore colorful jackets, very bright jackets. Windbreakers was a big thing back then too. Nike became very big then. So when Nike came out, kids started wearing the big swoosh on their shirts. They started wearing the windbreaker Nikes. Also, shoes were Jordans. The Jordans were big then they would roll their pants up a little bit, well, some of them they would roll all the way up, like probably mid-calf, and then they'd leave one down. They would wear their little high-top Nike Jordan shoes. Also, the little girls would wear their hair over to the side, sometimes a high ponytail, sometimes a low ponytail, and they would wear the big scrunchies, or they would wear toboggans, colorful toboggans. Also, boys and girls both wore baseball caps several different ways, backwards, to the side, to the front, flat bills, all that was big back then. One thing for girls was a mood ring. They loved the little mood rings. They were very popular to tell you what kind of mood you're in that day, or if you were in love, or if you were tired, or whatever. What this teaches us is that fashion trends, good or bad trends, always seem to reappear. So brace yourself for the future, because we don't know what the trend might be years from now. I'm going to show you guys a few pictures of what I've kind of talked about and kind of walk you through it. This right here is one of the women's haircuts. They liked them big in the front, wavy kind of. Bigger the better. These are the Doc Martens boots that they wore, and they would wear the shorts. These shorts are back in also. Here's the dress right here. It's tighter at the waistline and gets a little flowier at the bottom, and it's also got the Doc Marten. Those are the low tops. Guys also wore them with their shorts, their overalls. This is the girls wearing what we call the MC Hammer pants. The skids is what they're called. They would wear them up on one leg, down on the other, and their high tops. And they always wore, their shirts had always a design on it, and their hair's kind of to the side, and the hats also. This is the windbreaker type jackets that they wore. See their hats backwards, they're wearing the toboggans, but it's all colorful, very colorful. Here's the man. This is the overalls. They would wear them with the strap hanging loose, one strap on. Here's some of the women's clothing, the bright, baggy. Some of them I think are made out of silk. Pants like this were big too with silk, and white tennis shoes. Here's the jumper I was telling you about. If you can see right here at the bottom, it goes under her shoes. That is the spandex part, the little elastic part. Here's the mullet. I know you guys know what that is. Here's the Jams. These are the brand of shorts. Very colorful shorts. Here's the Nike tennis shoes that were big in the 90s. And there's the Birkenstocks that were big. Here's some more MC Hammer pants that the men wore with their little white. And there's some more. There's the baggy jeans with the belt. Colorful jackets. Toboggans. All right. If you all have any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks.